What's up, fool? What's up, fool? Podcast. How do you do it? One day you go to meetings?
Yeah, I go to meetings. I have a sponsor. I'm on step 4 right now. And
what's step 4?
You got to write down everything you ever did bad, huh?
Not step 4 is who are you resenting, and then figuring out your part in it. So I'm basically that's where I'm at right now. Just making my list of like what I resent, people, agreements, places, just anything that's been driving me nuts for years. And I'm like, oh, I'd be doing so much better if that person didn't screw me over. You know what I mean? But realizing, well, wait a minute, did they screw you over, or were they human and you were also human and you both messed up? Like that sort of thing. So that's where
responsibility.
I'm at. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
This is your first time attempt at sobering up, or you done it before?
Second time. First time I got sober was February 23rd, 2015. And I did like a normal rehab. I did one in Malibu. Great place. It's called Soba. My roommate was Andy Dick.
Oh, that crazy ass fool.
Damn, and he's in a different facility.
Yeah.
Now.
Wait, did he get checked in?
No, he was doing like a one where he could be gone most of the day and then come back at night. He would come back.
How long ago was this?
That was last year, right?
Last year,
2 years ago, last year.
Yeah, he went to Europe right after that with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was the rehab.
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know it was called that.
Oh yeah, okay.
I thought he was at that other one, Passageways or Breezeways.
No, that was Soba because he went to go shoot Zoolander 2, right?
Yeah, I think it was during that time. Okay.
That was it. That was 3 years ago. Yeah,
hilarious.
3 years ago, like right now. He was an interesting roommate. That was kind of weird to like wake up to like shake sounds because he's always making shakes. He doesn't eat like solid food. He makes shakes. You walk in, I'm like, what's this? Like, well, I'm making you a shake. And I'd be like, what's going on? He's like, buddy, you need to eat better. And like, he would like make like these huge shakes. And like, I'd be like, what's in this? He's like, about like $300 worth of stuff. Like it'd be like $300 worth of just like vitamins and like, he's
spirulina.
Exactly. Spirulina type shit. He loves spirulina.
Yeah,
he's fucking obsessed with that shit. But yeah, I made it 1 year and 7 months without the steps, without a sponsor, just kind of on my own, doing it my own stubborn way. And then I crashed hard, dude. I crashed so hard.
Where'd you crash?
Where? It was in the middle of the night. I just thrown a 1-year-old birthday party for my twins, who are now 3. Well, they'll be 3 in September. And I bought a bunch of alcohol because so many people. This was not like your average 1-year-old birthday party. There was like a bouncy.
It's a Mexican 1-year-old.
Honestly, it really was. And my wife is Latino, so that's why we did it. We had a bouncy house. We hired cooks that they had one of those big taco.
Hell yeah! That's how you do it, man.
It was awesome. Yeah, and so we had done the whole thing, and there was a leftover Pacificos, and they were in the fridge, man. And they just had fucking little water beating up on them. I went in the fridge to get something to eat, and I saw it, and I just went, "Fuck it." Opened it, drank it, and I was like, well, I'm relapsed. Might as well drink another one.
See, that's the thought right there.
Yeah.
It's not, if I stop now, I can start over again.
Yeah.
It's, I've slipped. Might as well drink the whole rest of what's in this fridge.
But I only had 3. I only had 3. And I didn't get drunk off that, obviously. I can't get drunk off 3
Was there
beers.
more beers there?
No, there was no more.
There weren't any more in the house.
Yeah.
Dun, dun.
And right after that, when you were drinking every night, when did you go back to the hard shit?
Well, there's a good story. This is the craziest thing. Like, this is the craziest thing I've ever done. And Felipe's heard a lot about me. So if I'm saying that, this is fucking crazy. So our guy is gone.
Yeah.
He's no longer the guy that deals. He's no longer in LA. And so I didn't really know a way to get stuff. I'd been out of the game for a minute. I've been sober 1 year and 7 months. So I deleted a lot of contacts and I had no idea what to do. So I started going into the doctor and putting on Academy Award-winning performances that I was in pain. I would limp in. I would have the limp as I'm walking in the building in case somebody saw me through the window. I'd have a limp when I got into the waiting room, and I'd even say to the secretary, like, do you mind if I take this paperwork and sit down? My foot really hurts, And she'd like, oh, sweetie, absolutely. Do you need something to put it up? And I'd go with it, and they'd give me like an ottoman to put my foot on, you know what I mean? And then I'd get pulled in the room, and then I'd have the nurse come in. I'd put on a performance for her.
And nothing's wrong with your foot at all.
Nothing's wrong with my foot.
It's a performance.
Performance, yeah. She'd push on certain areas of the foot, and I would wince. You know what I mean?
This motherfucker's good.
Yeah.
Well, this fool is killing me right now, fool. I want to do that shit, dog.
Are you ready? This is
You're not an addict.
I know.
This is the preamble. This is not even the crazy thing that I did. You're not even going to believe this. This is nothing. I do this kind of stuff in my sleep. So she pushes on my foot. I'm wincing. Doctor comes in, pushes on the same area. I wince. He's like, well, I'll never forget this. He's like, you're definitely going to need something for the pain, but I need you to see a podiatrist. Actually, it's the other way around. He goes, you need to see a podiatrist. He goes, but Skyler, I got to tell you, man, I don't know how you feel about this, but you're going to need something for this pain. And I was like, You think so? Like, he just kind of went with it. Like, and he goes, yeah. He goes, I'm going to go ahead and get you. I'm going to get you 5 milligram. Went, yeah. He's like, I'm going to get you 5 milligram Vicodins. And I said, hey, I hate to say this because I don't even want to take these because they just make me nauseous. He goes, me too. He goes, I have the same problem. I go, I can't even. He goes, let me tell you, I'll give you a little remedy for that. He goes, remind me when I'm leaving. I'll tell you how to not get nauseous. I'm like, thank you. I go, but doc, I remember the last time I took these, I must have a high tolerance because of my family, because the 5 milligrams, I just had to come back in and get 10s. So can you just give me 10s because and he just like, he's like, absolutely. He goes, and if that doesn't work, we'll have you come back and get Oxy. And I'm like, oh, like,
see you next week.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and schedule me in for Tuesday.
He has somebody carry him, bro, in here.
So I get my prescription. I start taking them. I'm not proud of this, but this is what happened. I get my prescription. I start taking them. And then the next thing you know, my wife had made a deal with me. And she said, if you're going to be back in this house, this is when I got sober the first time. She goes, I'm allowed to drug test you 24/7 the rest of your life. There's not one day I can ever walk up to you, even if everything's going great and my gut instinct is completely wrong and you want to just yell at me, you have to pee in a cup. I go, deal. So she walks up to me and goes, dude, you can tell when I'm on this shit. I get loud, I get manic, I get sweaty.
Yeah, you can always tell. You guys don't think you can tell, but you can always tell.
Oh, the women, they know. So I get loud, manic, sweaty, and you guys are like, "Well, that's how you are right now." I'm like, no, but it gets more
to the 10s.
Yeah, it gets to the 10s, baby.
You become Sam Tripoli.
Oh, dude, Sam will tell me he's sober and he hasn't done anything, but yet everybody's fucking children, and you're just like, wait, what the hell is going on right now?
That's a good one.
So I love Sam. So she walks up to me. And she goes, remember how you told me that I can drug test you any day of the week? I go, yeah. She goes, here you go. And she hands me one. And I knew I was fucked because I knew I was on it. I go, this is bullshit, Nicole. I'm not on anything. She goes, cool. If you're not on anything, then take it. I'm like, fine. And then I go, actually, I don't have to pee. She goes, I thought you'd say that. Pulls out a bottle of water from her back pocket, hands to me, closes the door in our bedroom, says, stay in here. Don't come out until it's done. So she leaves the room. Now I'm in the room. I have no idea what to do. A normal person, a non-addict, would just pee in the cup. Correct, Felipe? Right. Well, is that what you and I want to do? Do we want to fucking get busted?
Well, the more you're talking about another, I'm trying to think about how to dilute that pee in my mind.
Yeah.
Call a homie and bring the pee to the fucking window, bro.
Well, you have 3 choices. Do it.
I would call Jose the gardener. Man, wait.
I'll be on my phone, dog.
Motherfucker got diabetes now.
Yeah,
you're clean,
you're clean, but I didn't know you had a urinary tract infection.
We going to Atlas.
Yeah, they said there's a lot of weeds in this. It's so you have a choice.
What you do?
Well, you can either pee, you can dilute, or you can figure out a way to not pee. Well, I didn't want to pee. I didn't want to go through figuring out how to dilute. I have no way of fucking. My phone was downstairs. I didn't know what to do.
Going to detect it.
Yeah. So I fall to the floor. I start hitting the ground as hard as I can. I start pulling the sheets off of my bed. I slapped my face, I don't know how many times, and got it red. I started sweating. I started screaming, and I just started like shaking back and forth. Dude, I'm Sean Penn at Mystic River at this point. I am performing out of my fucking ass, dude. She runs upstairs, and the reason I'm doing this is I've legit had kidney stones 3 times before. So I know what that looks like when you have kidney stones. So she walks in there. I'm going fucking nuts. I'm going back and forth. I'm roly-poly back and forth. I'm going insane. And she goes, what's wrong? Oh my gosh. She goes, what's going on? I'm like, kidney stone. She goes, oh my gosh. Okay, do you want me to call 911? I'm like, yes. She starts to grab her phone to call 911. And I'm like, am I really going to waste an ambulance's time on this? Am I going to like have an ambulance come here when it could be used for someone that actually like really needs it? Am I going to go through with this? No, but I'm going to do the next best thing. So I told her, I go, hang up. She goes, well, why? You're in pain. I go, I'm going to drive myself. She's like, you can't drive yourself. That's dangerous. I go, babe, I'm not going to spend $1,500 on an ambulance to drive me a half a mile away because it's really not far, the hospital. So she gets me up. I hobble like towards the stairs. I go towards the stairs.
Method actor, bro.
Oh yeah. I start going down the stairs. I'm screaming in pain. I'm passing my fucking. I don't want to. So anyway, I get downstairs and I get right by the door. She gets me the keys. And have you ever seen Usual Suspects?
Yeah.
Okay. You know at the end when
the limp foot,
the limp, and then it goes into the regular foot. Kaiser Soze, Kevin Spacey's walking limp, and then it stops. So that's basically a live version of this. I'm holding my side. I'm leaning over. I look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I'm screaming like Al Pacino and fucking Serpico. I'm going nuts. I get to my fucking car. car. I get in the car. I'm still leaned over. I'm starting the car like almost like a handicapped person. I have one arm to work with. The other arm is holding my side in pain. I drive. I'm leaning over, and I get around the corner. As soon as I round the corner, I just straighten out, and I'm like, oh God, okay, she can't see me. But then I'm left with a thought. But now you have to commit to this. And so I don't know if you know why I did this yet. If you can see where this is going. So I drive to the hospital, and I get there, and now I've got to fucking turn the performance back on and get out of my car and like start performing on the way in. So now I'm holding my side again. I'm coming into the hospital. I get inside the waiting room, and I scream out loud, I'm in pain. And they get me a bed. They put me in the back, and I lie down in a bed, and I'm sitting in the bed, and all of a sudden they come over, and they're like, what's going on? I go, kidney stone. They're like, how do you know? I'm like, I've had 3. They're like, okay. And they're like, how much pain are you in? 1 to 10. I said 11. And I know that when you say 11 on 1 to 10, they put you on Dilaudid. Dilaudid is in the same class of pill that I was taking. So I knew at this point that if I come home the next day and she says, you never took that drug test, I get to go, well, I can take it, but it's going to be dirty because they put Dilaudid in me at the hospital.
Genius.
And that's why I did it.
Fucking genius.
Genius, bro.
Fuck, this is the next Brando, bro.
I'm not proud of it whatsoever. I want to be very clear on that. I'm not proud. It's a story, that's for sure.
I'm proud of listening to the story right now.
Yeah.
You go all when you on drugs, but you go all out, bro. You'll cause
you don't care.
You cause you like.
There's another thing in your head driving
that's just
driving you
that's
toward
just,
it.
Like it's like you turn it to a second person, bro. And that person is smart, dog, but he uses his powers for evil.